Red Voyage News, splashing the check-in. Thank you for tuning in. Let's step away from the celebrity gossip for a while. Train derails in Taiwan with at least 4 people dead and many injured. The reason why I'm talking about this story right here is because I actually live in Taiwan. And, you know, I used to take the high-speed rail all the time when I lived in Hsinchu. I would always go to Taipei. And, you know, these high-speed rail trains are moving. I have an app on my phone that it's like a speedometer app, right? And I clocked the train in at 180 miles per hour. So, I mean, that thing is moving. Now, I'm not sure if it was a high-speed rail. They're not saying if it was or if it wasn't. I'm just assuming that it was because, you know, going from Hualien County to Taitung, and then they were going through a tunnel. It might have been a high-speed rail train that it looks like it, but I could be wrong. I've never been to Hualien. They might have, you know, different, you know, colored trains over there because it's, you know, the orange and white trains. You know, I was looking at the pictures. The orange and white trains are usually the high-speed rail trains. I've taken a regular train myself before. They're different colors, but I don't know what goes on the east coast of Taiwan. Let's read a little bit. 60 people have been safely evacuated from the first 3 cars of the train, and 27 have been sent to the hospital for treatment, CNA reported. This just happened like an hour and a half ago, like 2 hours ago. All right. And they talked about another derailing that happened back in 2018 where 18 people died, 175 people were injured when a train derailed in northeastern Taiwan in the island's worst rail disaster in more than 3 decades. So this is sad. You know, don't let stuff like this stop you from taking the train as a form of transportation. There are different alternatives. If you don't feel safe on a train, if you don't want to move that fast, you can take a bus if you're traveling long distance. So if you're going from Taipei to Kaohsiung, which I have done before, I think that's only like a 3.5 hour ride, maybe 4 hour ride. So hour and a half to, you know, hour and a half ride, 3.5 hours, 4 hours, especially if you're traveling overnight. I mean, you could just, you know, sit on a bus and relax. The drivers out here, safe drivers for the most part. I haven't heard about any incidents of of a bus flipping over yet. You know, I haven't heard, you know, maybe I haven't been paying attention to the news. If it has happened in the past, it hasn't happened since I've been here. And I've been here for over 1.5 years now. You know, I used to live in Thailand where drivers were flipping over buses and trains were derailing all the time. Like every other week that was happening out there. So for me to not, for this to be the first time that this has happened since I've been here, you could tell that accidents by way of buses and trains don't happen frequently. And I mean, it's sad that this had to happen. You know, 4 people lost their lives. You know, when you're riding on the high-speed rail, you know, people sometimes don't book tickets for dedicated seats. You see what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people who stand in trains. So when it's moving at 180 miles per hour and it derails, and luckily this happened in a tunnel. It didn't happen outside of the tunnel or over a bridge or something. You know, that would have been disastrous. I mean, this was already disastrous as it is. But, you know, when stuff like this happens, not only are people flying in a train, but, you know, luggage is flying, iPads, laptops, cell phones, keys, those are flying. Food is flying in a train when it derails and it abruptly stops, and, you know, or it flips over or something like that. It's crazy. And are there seatbelts on a high-speed rail? I don't think so. I'm not sure. So it's, I can only imagine, you know, what the scenery was like inside of those trains after this happened. You know, it's sad to hear. I have a friend that isn't Hualien. I haven't messaged her yet, but I asked her, you know, in a little bit, you know, has she heard about this? Hopefully she was not on the train. The train was carrying about 350 passengers and 8 carriages, according to Taiwan's official news agency. So it's a lot of people. And, you know, this just happened, so this number could increase. I hope it doesn't. You know, my heart goes out to the family that lost their loved ones. Sad. This is sad to hear. Please be safe out there. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video. I'm over and I'm out. Peace.